everybody can hear me okay. Hope my earbuds are working when you guys get on here. I'm sure somebody will let me know what's going on or what's not going on. As y'all chime in, I'm going to get a sound check and hopefully everything is working good. Sounds like I can hear here, so maybe everything is working okay. Good deal. So check it out. I'm getting my car washed. So it's the perfect time to did this little cafe and do a live while I'm just sitting here. So, you know, like the title says, why are you so worried? There's no secret, right? Well, we're going to go over that. Why you shouldn't be worried. I worry about stuff. Then I have to grab myself by the collar and yank myself backwards and say, yo, what you so worried for? You know what I'm saying? Hey Stacy, since you're the first one to chime in, can you hear me loud and clear? I just want to do a quick sound check before I start rambling. Somebody let me know if they got good sound. Please let me know. All right, then everything's working. Sound like my production team is on it. Me, myself, and I. Y'all remember that song back in the day? It's just me, myself, and I. That's kind of how it is right now. I mean, if you're not taking care of you, you ain't taking care of nobody. So you definitely gotta be up on game. But hey, the title, you know, why you so worried? And then, you know, it's no secret. There's really no secret why you shouldn't be worried. But with all of this stuff they throw at us, we keep, it's designed, what they throw at us is designed to keep us, to make sure that we never can get out of the worry phase, the fear phase. So I have to grab I mean, look, y'all, it don't mean that stuff don't happen in life. Like, you're not gonna get out of this life without getting a scratch, a dent, a ding, or something. Yeah, some of us gonna get into a total wreck and have to get rebuilt. But what it does mean is that when we can control that worry, the worry, say a worry button, when we can control that button, we need to be about controlling it as much as possible. Because, you know, I'm not even up on the news. I'm not even up on the, what's going on. And that's intentional. I could get stressed just walking down the street and dealing with life on the street, right? You can get stressed that way. Or opening another business, you can just acquire more stress, or just, you know, your pattern of how you live your life and keep your stress level up, keep your blood pressure up, so on and so forth, without even looking at the news, without even going to see what's going on the street. To be honest, the only street we need to be worried about is our street, your street. That's the only street you need to be concerned about. You fix all that, get that humming, then worry about some other stuff. But right now, you got to fix your own block. Matter of fact, don't even fix your block. Fix your front door, fix your house first. Wherever you be, go on and fix that. Everything else is just a bunch of BS. All this is going to be a war. It's going to be solar catastrophe. It's going to be Armageddon. And okay. I'm done with it. Just get on with it then. What the hell? Get on with it. Stop threatening stuff and just do the thing. I mean, if we all doomed anyway, right? What the hell? Go on and live your best life while you can then. Ain't nothing else to do. Sitting around worried about a bunch of stuff that a bunch of people keep concocting to keep us all sick and all, you know, on the decline, keep us all, you know, out of the power realm where you can't use your power and apply it anywhere. That's what they're doing. So, okay, they're gonna start shooting nukes here in a minute. Okay, go on and do it. So what you waiting for? Why you ain't push the button? Why we still here? They was talking about that Soviet Union era, back before back Ronald Reagan and all that, Cold War. They got all these terms: Cold War, Hot War, Warm War. What the hell? War is war, right? So need to fix the war that's in our own mind. Fix that. Need to suit up to battle that war before we start jumping in everybody else's rendition of a war. They're talking about physical warfare. They're talking about financial war. All this stuff. Yo, I'm done. I'm done with all that. I'm done with all that because every minute that you let them and I let them take of our life existence while we here for this little short stint we already here for. It's already short, even if everything was 100% groovy. Back in the day, you used to keep it copacetic. Even if everything was copacetic, it's still a short run. So then you gotta wonder, like, okay, so what's the goal here? The goal is so that they can usurp your minutes and add more to theirs without you knowing that that's what they're doing. Because when it boiled down to everything ain't about the money, they created the money. They print that on paper. Then they made us believe. Belief is a trip. But whatsoever you believe, that's what it be. And that ain't no actual scripture. That's out of Major's Bible 101 course. Whatsoever you believe, that's what it be. Whatever you believe, you put power into it to go ahead and be carried out in this realm. So you gotta start, making sure that you're not powering up other people's spaceships. You need to power up your own. That's why we depleted. Because they without you knowing, without me knowing prior to this, they sucking you dry. It's like I used to say, energy vampires. Y'all got them in your family. You got an energy vampire ringing your phone right now, like trying to get you off this live. Yo, what's up, man? I need some money. I need some help. Energy vampires. But the money that they printed, right? They control all. It ain't money that's power. It's power begets the money. Power creates the money. So in order to keep the power balanced, they got to keep everybody scared 24/7, twice on Sunday, so that you can never realize with your real eyes what's really going on. And then before you know it, all your minutes on your clock is dead. It's a wrap. Next, they be like, next, there's plenty more being born, so we don't need the ones that's here right now, so let's get rid of some of them. We don't even need them right now, but next, that's how they looking at it. So what you got to look at is how it need to work for you, how these minutes can be applied to make you have an enjoyable existence versus a terrifying existence. They say, well, Major, look, this, that, and the third is happening in my life. You don't know about this. I know about, I got shot when I was 19. I know about when I got 50 years old, I had to go in surgery again for the same gunshot wound that happened 30 years prior. It's like I got reshot again. It happened all over again. I had to go the same surgery, clean up all the scar tissue, this, that, and the other. I'm older now. And then I've had business failures and this, that, people have passed away, transitioned, all kind of stuff happened in my life. So don't tell me, yo, you don't know my situation, blah, blah, blah. You don't know mine. I'm just a dude on the live looking all groovy right here, but you don't know what's up with me. Only way you know is with what I'm telling you. So don't use that as some type of tool to not do anything about your situation. Oh, you don't know what's going on with my life. You think your stuff is the worstest. Look, when you got something going on negative in your life, trust, it's some people that got it double, triple than you. You thinking, oh, my car payment late. You got a car? Look, this lady right here riding a bicycle down the street. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no car. Where her car? I don't know if y'all saw that. I was trying to flip the screen around. Where her car? Yo. So don't tell me all this bougie ass shit about, I ain't, my car payments is late. You at least you got one. That's your problem. Don't make them. Don't be late. Oh, you don't know nothing about my situation, Major. They fired me. Then go hire yourself. Go start you a business. Go buy you some Coca-Colas, put them in a cooler, make that stuff cold, and sell them on the street corner for $3 a pop. Whatever you got to did to fix your situation, you need to do it. Okay? So that's where we need to be at. So no more excuses about, oh, well, this and that's happening. So what? It's happening to everybody. Say, oh, you over there in another country, Major, you ain't got to deal with what we got to do. You don't know, man, look, I don't care which country you go to. It's going to be some situations happen. It's going to be some issues playing out. It's always like that. So you might have this happening better over here, but then these things are still in decline over here. And then where you at, these things are on decline, and then I can't even get that stuff in America. I can't get that here. I can't get if I go do some paperwork over here, it takes weeks. I go to the DMV over here or in America, it's did that, like, I wait in line, next, pay my money, it's done. I get my paperwork sent off. Wow, this is great. Over here, it's like, no, go to this office. Oh, did you go to this office? Oh, go get the red stamp, go get the green stamp, go get the blue. Go, oh, you can't do it, you're a foreigner, you gotta get Form 2023. And they're telling me this and did to me. So I gotta have my wife there to translate everything. She's tired. We're trying to open the cafe and everything. So it's always something somewhere is what I'm saying. So it's always gonna be that. You can live in the remotest jungle ever. They having issues. Trust, they having issues. Even if other species of humans haven't visited them, they got their issues too. So don't let that be your excuse. What we gotta do is simply get back our grasp on our house, on our dwelling. That's your body. Get yourself in order, and then focus on that more, to where we're not focused on what they're out here telling us to be focused on. That's what you gotta. That's what you gotta be suspect of. Is why they keep showing us this stuff? Why is every day another threat? Why is every day another, sequel to the sequel to the sequel to the sequel? Like, I spoke to my dad, and he was telling me how bad it was. And I was like, Dad, so that's what they saying is real bad. The ocean's heating up, and the water's warm, sharks are coming in, and bad weather, and look like God has got his wrath poured out on America thing. I'm like, well, that's what they keep saying on the news, right? But, kind of had to go measure the temperature of the water ourselves to find out if what they talking about is real, or is it another sequel to another sequel, because they keep reporting different stuff, but it's the same different stuff, just a different picture to the different stuff, so that we'll keep thinking that it's getting worse and worse and worse. So why would they want it to get us to believe it's getting worse? Because if they get so far in your mind that it's this bad out here, then when the new change comes, you'll gladly accept it without a fight. What could the new change be? I don't know. Digital currency, something, who knows what they got really planned. But I can tell you this, that's because we following their narrative so close, it started materializing in your life. When really you gotta follow your own narrative and get those things to materialize while you're here. Ain't none of us got no guarantee on the next 5 minutes. So, like I said, instead of having all these problems, you need to get rid of them. Go on and pull the plug on stuff. If it's a relationship thing where people always sweating you and you pull the plug, ain't got time in this life for all that. I got enough time to find myself and maybe enjoy some minutes here. I don't have time for you to keep taking my minutes and doing what you please with them, and I don't get to use them for what I want to use them for. That's your true currency in life right there, is what you can do. Do you have the capability to control the minutes in your life? That determines how wealthy you really are, not how much money you have. They tell us that it's a money thing because that keeps us in check. That keeps us chasing after it or running from it or hiding. Money do that. Money got a frequency all on its own. Money got a frequency to where people will sell their family out over some money. People will turn the other cheek, turn a blind eye over some money. People will do all kind of stuff for the love of money. OJ song, for the love of money, right? So with money being so powerful like that, you gotta wonder how it got like that. Well, once they sold it, like did the sales pitch and marketed it and got it in general use with a few groups of people, they then started doing the same thing they do on us right now. Started these news reports through the newspaper at that time on how well money's working in this area, how well the people love it, they're using it, blah, blah, blah. It may have been like 100 people using it, but they're going to make the rest of the country that they marketing in think that it's in wide use. Then people accept it in other locations, so then when it arrives, guess what? Oh yeah, they already told me this is working good over there in New York. Let's go on here and use it. That's what they're doing with the news now. Just using fear instead of something positive. So this all comes down to one thing and one thing only. You better be writing your own narrative and doing your own narrative and enjoying parts of this life as you can, because that's really, at the end of the day, that's all you got here. You keep thinking like there's some other thing that you're banking your existence on, but really you ain't banking it on nothing but what you can do with this right here. So there ain't no future. Stop believing all this future stuff. I gotta stop believing about this future stuff. That's a joke, that's a trick. Ain't no such thing as a future. Really, time quantized through like a mechanical mechanism, like say your watch or your iPhone time, they created that too, to keep you chained up, keep me chained up, boxed in. Because, 6 a.m., gotta wake up. It's a great organizational tool. But after a while, the redundancy of it gets you all mentally locked down, because time starts governing what you do and what you don't do. Instead of you just having, existence, now you base it on how much time I have. Well, I got to get to this by this time, and I got to do this by this time, and I got to do. Ain't nothing wrong with it, ultimately, but that's just another tool to keep mankind locked down and in a certain parameter, whereas they, the elite group, they don't go by time. They don't go by the time me and you go by. They clock. They only use that to watch over their endeavors and to know that, humans are on the clock somewhere. So let me check on them, make sure I'm getting my investment, my ROI back out of these humans moving around. Soon to be AI, soon to be robots, of course. So, you just gotta get really stop watching the news, y'all. Stop watching. Unless it's on your block, right there in your city. I will watch my city news maybe, but watching all that other stuff, man, all it do is it really deletes moments out of your existence. That's all it does, is deletes. It don't never add. So this quick live is really about keeping you motivated to write your own narrative. If you already started writing it, keep you steadfast on that, because it's easy to get bumped off track. Oh, trust me, it's real easy. We creatures of habit, so in a hot second, we done flipped and ran over here and started doing something else. Or You have a reverse personality where you stick with something, even if it's the most disastrous thing, you keep sticking with the disaster. So there's two different minds. People who change all the time, like me with my crazy self, and people who stick with something, but stick with the wrong thing, and it just stays a disaster. So be careful what you stick with based on what the output or what the return is, because even a relationship, you keep sticking with it, 50 years later, you're still the same stick, still stuck. And I'm not saying go do something crazy, but a lot of people, you know, we're in relationships that aren't viable. They were never meant to be a positive thing. Well, don't let some, how should I say, outside source tell you that, oh, there's hope in it. Now, when it's time for you to pull the plug on something, you got to pull the plug. I'm just saying. I'm not even saying that, like, go do this or go do that. When it's time to pull the plug on stuff that's dragging you, like painfully dragging you, you got to know when to pull the plug. That's like poker, man, like Las Vegas. You got to know when it's a wrap. You got to know when to stop rolling the dice. You got to know when to move, get out the way. So I had to do that in my life. I mean, I was caught up in a lot of issues, and I had to pull the plug on certain things. If not, I probably wouldn't even be here today talking. Literally, I wouldn't even have no more existence. I was, tapped myself out a long time ago. So, it's one of those things we living in right now where we so worried about what's going to happen in the future, we don't even live in the present. And that's should be a huge statement right there. Living in the future or the past, so much so that you don't even have no now. And I think that's where a lot of us are. And when that happens, we end up being in that redundant trap of the habitual trap of experiencing the same experiences all the time. So a lot of y'all are like, well, I'm not going to travel right now because things are bad, everywhere in the world is crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then you just get stuck in that mode and you keep believing the same narrative, and then you never travel. You never go nowhere, you never do nothing. That's all we here for, is the experience. That I'm telling myself this while I'm telling y'all, but we only here to experience stuff. Like, you're not here to just experience all negative stuff 24/7. You're supposed to get some great moments out of this. At least enough moments where you can sit back at night and go, even if you living in a box on the side of the street, you can sit back in your cardboard box and go, wow, I really had a great time today. In that 15 minutes, I remember, that was dope. That's something to build on. Instead of, oh, the solar eclipse, the solar storms are coming, we're all gonna burn up, they're getting nuked, this country's about to fight this country, they rioting in the streets. Well, right here where I is right this moment, I don't see no riot. This is the only place I'm in physically in the third dimension, is right here where I'm at right now. So they ain't riding on this street, I guess I'm good. Is they riding on your street right now, out in front of your house, out in front of your job right now? If they ain't, why are we worried about what they riding in the streets for somewhere else? Why? What effect does that have on me right now in this moment? Absolutely nothing, unless I believe it got some effect. So that's all I want to say. I'm gonna get off of here. Check some of the comments real quick. I ain't talked to y'all in a hot second. Juan, what's up? C. Marie in the house. Who else on here? Let me start from the bottom. Coming from the bottom to the Braxton, the Snake Fiend, Juan Dude. Oh, your oldie but goodies are on here. Art H, God, He Plus, God Help Plus, okay. What else? Boogaboo, what's up? Mitzi Brown, Breeze Beats. Yo, ship me some beats, bruh. Steve, Richard Crockett, Journey to the Center of the Universe, that's what's up. To bring the aliens. We is the aliens. They the ones got some issues with us. We the aliens. Ronnie Lee, Roots to Garden, that's what's up. Stacy Jones. Yeah, that's what's up, y'all. Oh, I appreciate y'all chiming in, tuning in for a hot second. I'm gonna go get these minutes in. And trust me, I gotta work on the same thing. I'm telling y'all, same thing. I gotta work it. I gotta keep working because these people, and you know, sometimes we act or look like we got it going on. They ain't got nothing going on up here. So gotta try a little harder to be intentional about fixing our stuff, and then we'll be good. Shoot, get them minutes, y'all. For real. Hope this message, help somebody stay on track. Help somebody get on track or whatever it's meant to do. And until the next one, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. This is Nathan signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace, everybody. Appreciate you, C, for doing the moderation. I'll holler at y'all soon. Drop some comments when this thing posts. Peace, y'all.